So this run through is something I've been asked for by a number of people, which is how to import and export products in bulk, and how do you do that? How does it work? Well, if you have an existing store, you can mosey on over to your products and hit the export button, and then I would select all products or your collection or whatever it is you want to work on. Leave this check, hit export. What that'll do is it will ping it across into your email, so it'll send you a link. You can click on the link and you can download the spreadsheet to do that. What if you don't have any products? And that's quite a common thing. You're starting a store, you want to import, you've got 5,000 different products in a spreadsheet, you want to import those. Well, the easiest thing to do in that case is to go and create one product with a couple of variants on it. Just go ahead and, it doesn't really matter, just make sure all of the fields are filled in. Just make up some data, but fill every field, put a couple of images up there, and then export your products. And the reason for doing that is you will get all of the headers come across into Excel like this, and you'll then be able to see all of the fields that you need to fill in. Shopify says in its documentation that you don't really need to worry about what order that you put the rows in, but you do. And if you don't give the rows and the columns in the order that Shopify expects, in the format that they expect, nothing happens. The import just errors. So that's the first thing, is do an export, learn what format the rows are in and what they all do, and then you'll know where you are. Another top tip as well, if you're going to use Google Shopping or you're going to use Facebook catalog feeds or any of those things, install the Google Shopping app, because that has a load of extra fields in here. So you can see different labels for Google Shopping also appear. Now, they do not appear until you add the app. So go ahead and add the app, and then you'll be able to see what bits are missing, what you need to fill in. So this is an export of my store. There are a few. What are we up to? 10,000, something like that. Maybe more than that. I don't know. 7,000 odd there. A gotcha to remember is when you do an export from Shopify, it sends it, and I believe it's UTF-8 format encoding, and Excel requires ANSI format encoding. Now I'm using a Mac, so I can't show you the process for getting it into ANSI, but if you're using a PC, save it onto the desktop, right click, open it with not WordPad, what's the other one? Open it with Notepad, then you go to File and Save As, and at the bottom of Notepad it says what encoding do you want, and it will show you UTF-8 as the default. Just change that to ANSI and save it. So this is what you'll get if you don't do that. Beauty Night, I don't know, what this is random characters appearing in my product, and I've just done an export of it. The reason for that is the encoding. So Shopify encodes UTF-8, Excel works in ANSI, and the workaround for that is open Notepad, save as, change the coding to ANSI, and import it, and then you won't get any of these stupid special characters. So just going through what we have here, handle. Now, effectively, this is your URL. Okay, so in my case, it'd be Katie's Boutique, products, Malvine Brief in White by Beauty Night. I suggest you search engine optimize that to what people are going to look for. So don't just have /brief or /product 123. You know, make it meaningful and make it something that people search for, because that will help your SEO. Title of the product, self-explanatory. Body of the product. Wow, this is where it gets interesting. And also, because it's Excel and a pain in the arse, it's not displaying. Oh, there we go. It doesn't display the whole product, but you can see here this is built up in HTML, and you can use Excel's formula and things like that to build up some pretty interesting descriptions. You can put paragraphs, bold. Down at the end of it, there's some URLs, which is a link to a sizing guide. If I open my store up again for you, you'll be able to see how that is how that's built up. So I think we picked the Malvine Brief in White. So if I go and find that in my products, come on, It's running like a dog today. And we'll pick the Malvine Brief in White by Beauty Night. Oh, would help if I spelt it right, wouldn't it? Malvine Brief in White. So here is our description in Shopify, and here is what this description looks like within a spreadsheet. So a top tip is, if you're not an HTML coder and you don't know HTML, go back over to Shopify, build your description, make it look pretty. You can put your links in or whatever you want to do here. Hit this little button and it will show HTML. Just copy and paste that over into Excel, and that's how you build up your HTML description the easy way. Build it up using the visual editor in Shopify, view it as HTML, paste that in here. Now what you can do then is you can build up descriptions using formula. An example, it says here Beauty Night is the vendor, brief, there's some sizes here, but let's say we had a colour, Beauty Night, brief, red. You can build up quite a nice description by adding this to this to this with some other bits of text, like beautiful brief in red by Beauty Night, or beautiful red Beauty Night brief by Katie's Boutique. You know, you can build it up by, it's called string concatenation, and it's in the formula here to help you out doing that. It's text concatenate. But you can build up using Excel formula some pretty cool stuff and interesting stuff. Tags. The easy way to tag stuff is to export all of your products, whop in the tags into the spreadsheet, and re-import the spreadsheet. Job done. It should take you sort of 20 minutes to an hour or something, but that's a real easy way to add tags. Obviously, if you've got other values here that you want to add as a tag, like the vendor or the type, maybe you want those as tags. Again, you can use Excel formula to build them up. You just separate them by commas. Let's see if I can give you an example of that. So we're going to insert. I hate this version of Excel. I just want to insert a row. I can't even do that very easily. Okay, forget that. I'm used to a different version of Excel than this. It all gets very complicated for somebody my age. So you could add another row, and you could concatenate the tags with the type and the vendor, for example, to come up with a new row of tags, and then that's the one you import. Published is true. That means, is your product published on Shopify or not? So if you're coming up with a new version of products and you want to import all those, but you're not quite ready to go live, and you don't want them visible on your store, you can set published to false. So you can go ahead and import everything, and then when you're ready on Shopify, you just go ahead and set the visibility. Now we've got some interesting product variant things here. So option 1 name is size. Option 1 value is UK 8 to 12. So now we've got some variants. We could have color, we could have size, we could have a whole load of things. So here you say what the variant is, and in my case it's size. And over here you say what the value of that variant is. In my case it's UK 8 to 12. You will notice that this particular product has multiple variants. So I've got variant of size UK 8 to 12, and underneath that I've got 12 to 14. So with Shopify import, that's how you add multiple variants to the product. You notice these lines here have the same handle, but all of the other fields are blank. So it knows that this handle and this handle are the same product, and the line underneath it is a variant of that product. So that's how you add variants. If you add other variants like a UK 16 to 18, it would appear here. So the main product, then blank lines other than the handle, and the variants go underneath it. Next variant, okay, stock keeping unit. what do we call it? What's our stock keeping unit for that? And this is my 15237 small medium, my 15236 large extra large. Variant grams. Now, if you are doing, let's say we're doing free plus shipping, one of the most common questions for free plus shipping is somebody's ordered 2 things and they're still getting free shipping. You know, they can order. Oh, sorry, they're paying for shipping once. So they order 1,000 things, and shipping is $10, and they pay for shipping once. So you basically get ripped off. What you want with free plus shipping is the shipping to increase as they add extra items. So 1 item, $10 shipping. 2 items, $20 shipping. 3 items, $30 shipping. So the way we do that normally is we add a weight. And we can put a variant weight in here. So if we say everything is a gram, they order 1 item, we have a shipping rate for 1 gram. If they order 2 items, we have a shipping rate for 2 grams. And if they order 3 items, we have a shipping weight for 3 grams. So that's how we get around people ripping us on free plus shipping when they order everything and pay for 1 lot of shipping. Variant inventory tracker. If you control your inventory in Shopify, and I do, Shopify keeps control of your stock levels basically for you. So it knows you've got 2 in stock, 3 in stock, 4 in stock. You need to set variant inventory tracker to a value of Shopify. That means Shopify controls your inventory. If you don't set that, your inventory is controlled somewhere else. Variant inventory quantity. So if you've got it set to Shopify, you can put a quantity in this field which will show you in Shopify how many's in stock. So we're going to set it to Shopify so it controls our inventory, and we're going to set our stock level to 100, so because that's the number we've got in stock. So typically if you keep stock, you do a stock take, put all of your stock levels in here, upload the spreadsheet, and you're good to go. The inventory policy is how you fulfill it. Now, I'm set to manual because I need to fulfill that inventory manually. I need to go and fulfill each of my orders. I'm not explaining that very well. So in my store, somebody buys something and that order is not automatically fulfilled. I have to go in there, look at it, capture the funds, and then it is fulfilled when I dispatch it. If you were doing something like digital downloads where somebody downloads music, as soon as they pay for it, you want to fulfill it. You want to mail them the link to get the download. So manual is the way you would normally do it. Price of the variant, I mean, that's pretty obvious. That's how much you want to sell it for. The variant compare at price, on some stores you've seen it say, you know, $10.99, normally $20.99 with a cross through it or something like that. The compare at price is the recommended retail price, if you like, and the other price is the price that you would sell it at. Variant requires shipping. If it's physical goods, you've got to send it, then that should always be true. If it's a digital download or vapor that doesn't exist, like a course you're selling, that will be set to false. Is the variant taxable? Dunno. That's up to you in the country that you live in, whether or not you charge taxes or not. The variant barcode, that's sometimes known as a GTIN number in Google circles, could also be an EAN or a UPC, but that's basically the barcode of the product. The image source, now this is quite an important one, because if you have one image, what you should do is have a link to the URL where that image is. So if you're uploading new products, what I would do is find a website somewhere where you could FTP all of these things up, all of your images up, and get a URL for each image, and then you just put the URL here of where the image is, and it will go away and it will take that image and it will import it into Shopify. If you've got multiple images, they also need to go underneath. So you have a line underneath that has absolutely nothing, but the URL of the second image, and down here absolutely nothing but the URL of the third image. So that's quite important. That's so you get multiple images into Shopify. First image, then nothing underneath other than the second image, nothing underneath under the first image, the third image. So you can see all these other things are blank. It's just the image. The image alt text. is quite important. Now, you can use things like alt text app to generate that, and that's what I do. I can control it. The alt text is taken from the product description, and I don't need to worry about it. So that's the preferred way of doing it. If you'd rather put something in there because it's the first upload and you're not sure about the app or something, just take the description of the product and make that the alt image text. So this cell equals the contents of the cell that's got your product description in it. Nice and easy. Is it a gift card? True or false? False. It's not a gift card. Now we're on to some of our Google Shopping things, and you may or may not want to fit these in, but if you're going to do Google Shopping or Facebook catalog retargeting, you will need to fill these fields in as best you can. The Google Shopping MPN, manufacturer's part number, the age group, well here you can see it's adult. Oh, this is an interesting thing here. It's 7.255E plus 11. Really? So I'm going to right click on this cell, format cells. It's a number. Because Excel seems to be a bit stupid and it doesn't really know that. No decimal places, no thousand separator, okay. And all of a sudden, whoa, this changes into a barcode. So just these little gotchas, just be careful of that you do upload the right barcode, not the other number. Google age group, Google product category, that's quite an important one, clothing and accessories, lingerie. SEO description, well that you can take from your either your alt image, alt text for your image, or just take it from your regular description. AdWords labels, grouping, condition. Condition is always new unless it's used, but for most people it will be new. And the rest of it I wouldn't worry about too much. That's kind of ad related. Variant weight unit, kilos or pounds, up to you. That's pretty much it. When you save your spreadsheet, remember to save it as a CSV, comma separated variables. And then when you go back to your store and you go back to your products, you import. And when you do an import, it will say to you, it comes up with a little screen. I'm not going to do it now because I haven't got one ready for import, but it will come up with a little screen and it will tell you any errors on that screen. So if there's something not right, it will tell you. You can go back and you can fix them. Or it will come up showing you how it would look when it's imported into your store. And at that point, you can say, yep, that looks good, and hit the import button. If you export your products, keep that CSV safe. Keep it somewhere safe, because if you balls it up, you can always go back and re-import that original CSV. Also, when you've imported it into Excel, save that CSV as an XLS. So as soon as you change it and come to save it, it will overwrite the original CSV file. And if you've got formulas, it will overwrite the CSV when you hit the save button with the values, not the formulas. So as soon as you do your first save, you've lost all your bloody formulas. So make sure you save it as an XLS and give it a different name, ideally. Product export XLS. Work on it, save the XLS file, and then save the XLS file as a CSV again and re-import the CSV. So you've got two safeguards. One is the original CSV, screw it up, you just re-import it. The second one is the XLS file, and you can edit and change that as you see fit. Save that as a CSV and then re-import that CSV. That's just a quick run through. When I get a little bit more time and I get my Windows PC up and running, I'll do some vids of formulas to actually show you some formulas. Things like VLOOKUP is solid gold in Excel, and we'll do some more complicated stuff about how to build up a reasonable product from raw files that a supplier might get you. So that's a little flavour today, and hope that's good for you.